wants to hear a story, I have one for you. It's an old one, but a wonderful one. It's called Damon and Pythios. It's an ancient story. It takes place in the Sicilian city-state of Syracuse, 400 years BC. The Roman orator Cicero tells us that Damon and Pythios, also called Pythios, were followers of the philosopher Pythagoras. Even today, their story sets a standard for absolute friendship, which gives every reason for confidence and leaves no room for doubts. Well, here's the story. Damon and Pythios had their best friends since childhood. Each trusted the other like a brother, and each knew his heart there was nothing that they would not do for his friend. Eventually, the time came for them to prove their depth of devotion. It happened this way. Dionysius, the ruler of Syracuse, grew annoyed when he heard that the kind of speeches Pythios was giving. The young scholar was telling the public that no man should have unlimited power over another. And absolute tyrants were unjust kings, and in a fit of rage, Dionysius summoned Pythios and his friend. "Who do you think you are, spreading unjust among the people?" he demanded. "I spread only the truth," Pythios answered. "There can be nothing wrong with that. And does your truth hold that kings have too much power, and that their laws are not good for their subjects? If a king has seized power without permission of the people, then that's what I say." "This kind of talk is treason," Dionysius shouted. "You're conspiring to overthrow me. Retract what you said, or face the consequences." "I will retract nothing," Pythios answered. "Then you will die. And do you have any last requests?" "Yes, I do. Let me go home just long enough to say goodbye to my wife and children, and to put my household in order." "I see you not only think I'm unjust, you think I'm stupid as well," Dionysius laughed scornfully. "If I let you leave Syracuse, I have no doubt I'll never see you again." "I will give you a pledge," Pythios said. "What kind of pledge could you possibly give to make me think you'll ever return?" Dionysius demanded. In that instant, Damon, who had stood quietly beside his friend, stepped forward. "I will be his pledge," he said. "Keep me here in Syracuse as your prisoner until Pythios returns. Our friendship is well known to you. You can be sure Pythios will return as long as you hold me." Dionysius studied the two friends silently. "Very well," he said. "But if you're willing to take the place of your friend, you must be willing to accept his sentence if he breaks his promise. If Pythios does not return to Syracuse, you will die in his place." "He will keep his word," Damon replied. "I have no doubt of that." Pythios was allowed to go free for a time, and Damon was thrown in prison. After several days, when Pythios failed to reappear, Dionysius' curiosity got the better of him, and he went to the prison to see Damon. Was he sorry that he made such a bargain? "Your time is almost up," the ruler of Syracuse sneered. "It'll be useless to beg for mercy. You were a fool to rely on your friend's promise. Did you really think he would sacrifice his life for you, or for anyone else?" "He has merely been delayed," Damon answered steadily. "The winds have kept him from sailing, or perhaps he's met with some accident on the road. But if it is humanly possible, he will be here on time. I am as confident of his virtue as I am of my own existence." Dionysius was startled at the prisoner's confidence. "We'll see," he said, and he left Damon in his cell. That fatal day arrived. Damon was brought from prison and led before the executioner. Dionysius greeted him with a smug smile on his face. "It seems your friend has not turned up," he laughed. "What do you think of him now?" "He is my friend," Damon answered. "I trust him." Even as he spoke, the doors flew open, and Pythios staggered into the room. He was pale and bruised, and half speechless from exhaustion, he rushed into the arms of his friend. "You are safe, praise God," he gasped. "It seems as though your fates were conspiring against us. My ship was wrecked in a storm. Then bandits attacked me on the road, but I refused to give up hope. And at last, I've made it back in time. I'm ready to receive my sentence of death." Dionysius heard his words with astonishment. His eyes and his heart were open. It was impossible for him to resist the power of such constancy. "The sentence is revoked," he declared. "You never believed in such loyalty and faith could exist in friendship. You have shown me I was wrong. It is only the right to reward you with your freedom. But I ask in return that you do me one great service." "What service do you mean?" the friends asked. "Teach me how to be part of such a worthy friendship." Wow, what a friendship. That was a shorter story though. And I want to read another one on friendship that goes along with it. This is by Henry Van Dyke. Sometimes I use just a little twig, a little birch twig, for my bookmark. It's called A Wayfaring Song. "Who will walk a mile with me along life's merry way? A comrade blithe and full of glee, who dares to laugh out loud and free, and let his frolic fancy play like a happy child through the flowers gay. What filled the field and fringed the way, where he walks a mile with me? And who will walk a mile with me along life's merry way? A friend whose heart has eyes to see, and stars shine out of the darkening lee, and the quiet rest at the end of the day. A friend who knows and dares to say the brave sweet words that cheer the way, when he walks a mile with me. With such a comrade, such a friend, I'd fain to walk till journey's end, through summer sunshine, winter rain, and then farewell, we shall meet again." Wow. Friendship. To have a good friend, we need to be a good friend. Are you a good friend? I'm glad you are. Well, that's it for today. We'll come back next time with another. I hope you enjoyed your story today. Bye now, and be good.